Yo, what's up guys? I've been working on Project Sparrow over the past 4 or 5 months. I haven't really shown off any updates or anything because I've actually rebuilt the entire game from scratch to solve a few of the core problems that I was having with network prediction, lag, and just general latency issues when testing for on multiplayer with the network playtesting on the Discord. So remade the entire game, and now it's feeling 100% like way better than it did before, so I'm pretty happy with it. So the past 4 or 5 months of work has paid off for now, it seems, so that's promising, so I hope it continues that way. Moving on to more of the other stuff that I've been working on, more features that I've added into the game, what's new and stuff like that I can talk about. So first off, the whole game's now based around a new system called the Gameplay Abilities System. This took around 2 months to set up properly. I had to learn a lot more C++ as well and try and hook them both together and hook everything up properly and incorporate some of the old movement that I had from the old build as well. It's the same system that's used in Fortnite and Paragon, if you remember that game. So it's a pretty robust system, and it's helping me a lot with a lot of the network issues that I've had in the previous build. So along with this new build of the game, I started to do it properly and test everything on 500 ping, make sure everything's working correctly, making sure there's a lot less network corrections in the game, that the server's trying to correct the client's movement and everything like that. I've tried my best to get it as good as I can. It's not going to be perfect, you know. I don't know like a lot about networking, but I think I've done alright. It works, it's playable. It's not going to be AAA quality, of course, but for a solo multiplayer game, I think it's okay. It works, so it's a good start. So moving on to more of the gameplay related features and a lot of the new stuff that I've added into this build of the game. So first off, there's proper hitboxes now, so every limb, like every body part has their own hitbox now, so I can adjust them all differently if I need to. There's currently just body shot damage and headshot damage, but if we need different part body damage in the future, we can do that pretty easily. And like we can affect movement speed and stuff like that if you get hit in the leg, or we can do whatever. But you can see that in game if you have the test build through Patreon. You can press H in game and it'll show you the hitbox of the player. The projectiles and the movement are now done with gas 2, so it should feel way better than it did before. People who have played the latest network tests on the new build said it feels way better, so hopefully if any of you want to try it out or haven't had the chance yet, you can notice that improvement too. But yeah, it feels way better than it did before. Moving on to new game modes. So there's 2v2 and 3v3, so there's a lot of new features that I've had to add to make this work. That's why we've just had deathmatch previously, because there wasn't really much that I had to do. So now I've added a lot of new features. So yeah, we can get into those. So you can select which team you want to be on at the start of the game. If you don't pick a team, you'll just be auto assigned. There's different team colors in the kill feed, so if you're on the red team, it'll be blue for you but red for the enemy, and if you kill yourself, then it'll be blue and all that kind of stuff. It's probably like a really basic stuff that you just see in every game, but it's kind of takes a bit to kind of set up and get all that stuff working together. So there's different kill effects too, so if you kill an ally, it'll be a blue beam like particle effect and red for an enemy, and then vice versa depending on the team you're on. That's represented with kill effects, kill feed, and elimination text. It's also in the new chat box as well, which I'll talk about in the next part. And then if you are playing 2v2 or 3v3, you'll be able to see your teammates' names above their silhouette, so you get an x-ray through the wall as well, so you can see your teammates and your team names, but you won't be able to see enemy team names or health bars and stuff like that at the moment. That's currently the way it works, and I've done a lot of research into how I want it to work. There's loads of different ways you can do it. Loads of games do it differently, but this is the way we're going to do it for now, and we'll see how it works, and then with your guys' feedback we can see if we need to change anything. And then also just a little quality of life change. When you draw the bow to max charge, the arrow on the bow will just glow a bit, so you just have that extra little visual cue that the arrow's at max charge. Okay, and then moving on to more of the UI UX kind of side, there's a whole new chat system that I've made. I'm actually quite happy with this. I spent quite a bit of time on it. I thought it was really fun. It's I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's a good learning process for me too. So, but yeah, UI and UX I quite like doing that kind of stuff. So it was pretty fun doing that and taking a bit of a break from the gameplay stuff. Still needs a bit of improvements, but it's pretty good, I think. It's not a priority though, so I'm just gonna leave it how it is for now. But yeah, I kind of like that. The gamepad support has been added too. It's partial gamepad support, so it will work in the game, but not like in menus and stuff like that, because that takes a bit more to set up. And then all the keybinds and buttons and stuff will all change depending if you plug in a mouse and keyboard or if you're using a gamepad instead. So that's quite nice. The loading screen plugin has been added as well, which is nice. So I can have proper loading screens now and there's no fake ones, and it all works pretty smoothly. And then I added another really cool little UI element. It's the modals that you get when you search for matches, or you disconnect, or you leave the game, stuff like that. It's all a custom modal that I created, and it's super customizable and really easy to change, and I can add, you know, loads of different stuff, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So I can use that throughout the whole game now, which is nice. I recreated the menu system too, so it's easier for me to change it in the future or add and remove different things from it. Unlike the old version, that was kind of really trash and yeah, awful. Also, there's passworded lobbies now, so you can password your lobbies when you host them, which wasn't in the old build, so that's now in there. And then on the custom game browser, all the info is now correct, and there shouldn't be any misinformation. Like the map's correct, teams and all that kind of stuff should work properly too. At least everything's working now and feels a lot better than it did before, so I'm really happy with that, and hopefully it stays that way. If you are interested in helping with playtests or just playing the game in its current state with friends, you can check out the Patreon. I'll link it down below, where you can get a key to play the game, or you can get multiple depending on the tier. And yeah, thanks for the crazy support. It's kind of insane to see how many people are genuinely interested in the game and the potential they see in my own vision and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, that pretty much sums up this dev update. The next one, hopefully within the next 2 or 3 months, I'm going to be working on the maps and trying to get all the environment assets into the game now, because it's all pretty much just grey box at the moment. So all that stuff, hopefully in the next update, I'll have a couple arena maps and a deathmatch map and a more open map hopefully, and then we can test on those type of different terrains and see which one feels best for the game. Yeah, thanks guys.